The Valley is back. Welcome to the Race by Race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. Paul Lally is here with all of the selections for the 8 races, which get underway at 10 minutes past 7 o'clock on the A course. Looking at the opening race now, we have a Class 5. It's over the 1200 metres. No trials for Daily Trophy. Super Eagle is on the class drop. High Rise Power has the tongue tie on and is now with Dennis Ship. Happy Feelings' best performances have been when he's drawn gate 1 so far. Viva Alar's a 2-time course and distance winner. And no trials for the bottom one either in Wind Speeder. The speed here, Paul, from Cheer for South. Viva Alar, as we know, likes to roll forward, as does Joyful Life.
Yeah, he's drawn really well, Viva Alar, as well, so he should get that perfect run. Now, he always leads over 1650, but back at the 1200, he normally likes to take a sit. So that's why I think Cheer for South will be able to get across in front of him. Joyful Life won't be too far away. Super Eagle likes to posse up. High Rise Power, the new stable, he sort of will sit midfield. The other three generally go back. So just a smallish field here for the first.
Our first replay does feature Joyful Life. This is his trial when running second. It was won by miles away this trial, and he's just buried away on the inside turning for home.
Yeah, nice trial from this horse. Now he's this will be a second run back in Class 5. He's by Swiss Ace is this one, and he seems to like it at the Valley. He hasn't won a race obviously at this stage. He drops down into the lower grade here. Well, he did at the back end of last season. He looks like he's had plenty of work in the off-season, and he finished off this trial nicely. So I think he's one of the leading chances as number 2, Joyful Life.
Derek Long on board him for Ricky Yu in race number 1. We move on now to trial number 2, which features a Cheer for South up at Chungfa on the turf. Always seems to trial well, this horse. No shadow roll this week, but the blinkers go on.
Yeah, look, I think with those blinkers on, that'll sort of sharpen him up, and he should be able to get to the front, Cheer for South. So that'll give him his opportunity. He is a 14-start maiden by Deepfield, this one. He was beaten favourite at 5.4 at the back end of last season, but the horse seems to be going well at the moment. And look, he wouldn't be. I would be surprised if he doesn't win in this grade this season, and this could be his opportunity early in the season.
And jumps from barrier number 9 on the A course does Cheer for South. Now, Speedy Chariot, he actually sticks on okay in this trial. He's hard ridden behind the Good Deal, back from the 1400 to the 1200, where he has placed twice in the past.
Yeah, another long-standing maiden is Speedy Chariot. 14 starts for him. He came down the outside, as you say. He was pushed out a little bit in this trial. Look, he's had 3 goes fresh in the past and hasn't really performed, and that's a little worry I've got with him. It's a smallish field, as I said, with him, but he sort of eased up a little bit towards the line, but he sort of was just pushed to us to make ground in the middle stages.
Class 5 to kick us off. Who are you with?
Always a good Class 5 at the Valley. Here, I'm going to go with number 2, which is Joyful Life to start with. I think the Joyful Life coming down for the second start in Class 5 looks ideal for him. Cheer for South. Viva Alar now, he mixes his distances from 12 all the way up to 1800 metres, but he should get the perfect run in behind. I'm going to give High Rise Power a bit of a chance as well. He's changed stables. I didn't think his trial was too bad, so he could be on the improve. 2784.
Joyful Life at start number 11 for Paul to break through for his first victory. Race number 2 is the Asheko handicap, and this is a Class 4, and it's over 1200 metres. Lightning Bolt is on the class drop, and he is a 2-time course and distance winner. Joy Cummings, a 3-time course and distance winner. Scotch Tycoon draws well in barrier number 1. 6th Generation has the visor going on. Sight Happy has his first look over 1200 at the Valley. He raced over that trip at Shah 10. Yoda's Choice has the pacifiers with the cowls off and the cheek pieces going back on. Cosmo Navigator is minus a tongue tie and led and won impressively in a trial, Paul, but might have to sit outside the speed here.
Well, Joy Cumming likes to go forward as well. So, look, Cosmo Navigator could put some pressure on him and maybe even want to go forward to the lead, but I just thought Joy Cumming will probably lead. Scotch Tycoon likes to go forward. Look, in the old days, he used to go back all the time, but when he draws low, he goes forward. Sight Happy, Yoda's Choice, in the middle he will be.
He will. Very topical too with the passing of James Earl Jones for Yoda's Choice. The great man passed away. Mark Newnham hasn't, which is good news because he's here to talk to us about Scotch Tycoon.
Mark Noonan, hopefully the good run will continue for you on the back of the weekend. More on that shortly. But Scotch Tycoon, a runner for you at Happy Valley. Finished off last season in pretty good form.
Yeah, look, his last 3 runs, since he had the epiglottic entrapment surgery, he came right back to form, and he ran behind a couple of really promising horses. So he's prepared well for this season. He's trialled a couple of times and he's come up with gate 1.
He certainly has, and right man on board as well in Luke Ferraris from an inside gate. That trial up at Chung Fa, I thought he did it quite comfortably, actually.
Yeah, he did, and Stoltz was the trial winner, and he's a very well performed horse with a high rating. So he goes into this pretty fit and well, and from gate 1, should be able to control the pace.
I mean, the handicapper probably won't appreciate me for saying this, but has he given you half a chance by dropping you a pound as well?
Oh, I'd say so, but he did only win 1 race last season, so you've got to give him all a chance to get a return.
What about first up with him? He's run well enough fresh in the past.
Yeah, and because he had a break mid-season last year, he just had those 3 runs at the end. He didn't need any time off really, so he's kept ticking over, and with the 2 trials, he's pretty ready to go.
Yeah, nice 77 days between runs. Obviously, you mentioned you're teaming up with Luke Ferraris. That was seemed a good effect on the weekend. My Wish was very good, and obviously that was part of a double for you, so the team in really good form.
Yeah, look, Luke comes and does plenty of work for us, and we get on well. He's a good on-pace jockey, and that's a help here.
How did My Wish come out of his race? Obviously, he looked to do it really nicely, and I guess you'd be looking forward to what's to come from him as well. Yeah,
look, I'll probably wait until the 1st of October now with him. He's got to step up to Class 3. But look, he's had 3 starts. He's improved each start, and I don't think we're at the bottom of him yet.
There he is, Mark Noonan talking Scotch Tycoon, and a winner or 2 along the way on the weekend. Cosmo Navigator, Paul. This is a very good trial from him. He's had inside the speed here, but runs away and hides down the straight. You were with him a couple of times last year, and he was good to you on 1 or 2 occasions.
He did look. He was placed at big prices. He's yet to win. He was on a first name basis with the vets last season. He used to go in there and see them quite regularly, but he looks like he's come through all those issues now. This is a really strong trial from this horse. He's always showing promise in his track work in the morning. Same to you, came out and won at big odds on the weekend. So I quite like him with the lightweight in this.
That's a good push for Cosmo Navigator. Sight Happy here is second at the end of this trial. He is second behind Wunderbar, so there's nothing wrong at all running second to him in a trial, and he did it well too. Yeah,
look, he's been right in the market at 2 of his 3 starts at least, both here at Happy Valley. 5.2 favourite and a 2.8 favourite. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 2. He was pushed out a little bit in this trial, I thought, but look, he still finished off nicely, and it was only an 800-metre trial. So coming up now to 1,200 metres by Star Spangled Banner, I think he'll race well.
6th generation. He was 3 wide with cover the entire in this trial until asked to let go, and he let go very well. This was 1,050 this trial. The race is over 1,200. His best form is over 1650. What about sprinting well fresh?
Yeah, well, he is. That's the right time to get him in this fresh state. He's had five goes at the 1,200 and just been placed 1. But look, he's dropping down on the ratings now, this horse, and we know he can be dangerous when he gets down in the ratings. He's a 4-time winner here in Hong Kong. I'll watch him until he gets to 1650, maybe next start.
All right, we'll leave a pause on 6th generation, but we won't on Cosmo Navigator.
Yeah, we'll go with the Navigator here and we'll stick with him. I just think he's over all his problems and he'll have his chance to shine here now at Wall Cosmo Navigator. So number 8 with the lightweight, I've put him on top here, and he's been ridden by Matthew Poon, who's in good form at the moment. Joy Coming from the front, I think he can lead. Side Happy, and also Scotch Tycoon, we heard from Mark Noonan earlier on. 8253.
The Train and the Navigator for Paul to win race number 2. There's a promising one in race number 3. He's had 1 start for 1 win. His name is Packing Power, and Zach Purton rides carries an extra 5 more than what he did when he won on debut. Happy Trio's a 3-time course and distance winner. Aurora Lady has the tongue tie going on for the first time. Colonel's back, visor off, blinkers re-added. He's now with Mark Newnham, is a Colonel. And Fairy Horse had a trial on Saturday morning. Keith Young and Casper Founds combine with him. He leads Colonel, but geez, trials have been poor, Paul.
They have, haven't they? Maybe just getting on a bit in age, but he does like to lead on race day, we know that. Ragnar's gone forward since he's been with David Hall. He won't be too far away. Packing Power, the favourite, should be right there. Fairy Horse, Aurora Lady with a tongue tie on. Flying Road led all the way when he won last season, but with the pace in the race and his draw, I think he'll just tuck in behind. To Infinity's got the inside draw, but he's got no early pace, and Happy Trio it just might tuck in at the back there. But look, I think they'll all get their chance.
Do we need to go any further to find the winner than our first replay being Packing Power? He strikes a very winnable looking Class 4 for his second appearance.
He does, doesn't he? And look, it was an impressive win here on his debut. He did go out as a 3 favourite and beat Circuit 7 here, who's quite a good yardstick around Happy Valley. You can see him sort of coming up alongside One for All, who came out and won after this. Finished off his drawn barrier 5, a small field. His trial's been good. Everything points to him. I think he'll be the shortest price. Well, he will be the shortest price favourite of the night. Every taxi driver will pull your tail and tell you that's the one.
All right. Well, we could stop there, but our boss will tell us we're not working hard enough, so we're going to show another couple of replays, and we'll start with Aurora Lady, who hasn't done a bad job in a short career.
Yeah, exactly. And look, Aurora Lady has looked good, 3 starts. Tongue tie goes on for his seasonal debut. He's drawn nicely in barrier number 4 as well. It is a he, Aurora Lady, so just so you know that. But finished off strongly enough here in this trial. So, look, he's a horse that's going well at the moment. And look, I've got him in the placings. I think he'll run well.
Did you lift the tail and check?
No, I didn't check.
All right, we'll take your word for it. That's Aurora Lady with
Someone
Pierre.
does, though.
Did it really?
Yeah, not us, though.
Is that a job?
Yeah.
A tail lifter?
I think they're called vets.
Okay. And Flying Rote and Happy Trio appear in the third trial. He was a winner 2 starts ago, Flying Rote. Have you got either of these two in?
I've got Flying Rote, and I think he's actually the biggest danger. He looked good last season, did Flying Rote. He's drawn nicely in 6. He's a 1-start winner from his 4 starts. And the Project Rote's going really well at the moment, and that's another one. I think this horse is going to be the toughest to beat for Packing Power. He's drawn nicely in barrier 6. He'll be running home strongly. He's just, unfortunately, he's met quite a promising one, but I think he'll run well.
All right, so he goes in to a minor spot behind Packing Power with who else?
So we're going to put Packing Power on top to beat Flying Rote in this contest. And for third, Aurora Lady. And Ragnar. Look, Ragnar seems to be on the improve. He's been with the new stable for a couple of runs now, and he's drawn nicely in barrier 2. So I think he'll get that nice suck run just in behind. 1, 2, 4, 6.
That is race number 3. It's the first leg of the 6-up. The Class 5s go back out for race number 4, and it's over the 1,650 metres. Kairos Unicorn is on the class drop. Ninja Derby is a last start winner. Will carry an extra £7 for it. Running Ahead's trials have improved, but he's only run 1 placing from 19 starts previously. Golden Fairy is a last start winner, carries an extra £4. Precision Goal goes up in trip. Right Honourable, the old boy, he's a 7-time winner, 6 of them over the 1650, and Keen Unity and Yeah Boy round out the field for race number 4, Paul.
Precision Goal, look, over the 1650, this is his go. He likes to get out in front. He should be able to lead. Golden Fairy's been going forward. Ninja Derby went forward when winning last time, although that was over the 1,800 metres. Yeah Boy, he led last time, but look, he should get in. When he did win, he led all the way as well, but in his trials that he's sort of been settling back. So I think he'll probably try and take some cover. Reliable Profit isn't ever too far away. Right Honourable, the old boy, he's 10-year-old now, but he likes to get back. So I think every horse will get their chance in this race.
We're going to start with a Golden Fairy, who has winning form. This is at Sha Tin over the 2,000 metres last time. His best form, Paul, has been over 2,000 and 2,200 metres, but he's never raced over the 1650.
Yeah, he does look like a star, though, doesn't he? Does Golden Fairies by Burgundy. Look, he stays around all day here, and you can see him just kicking away and winning nicely at the start. He won twice last season. He did the job really well. One over 2,200, one over 2,000. So fresh up over 1650, he might give a sight for a little while, but he's a bit of a plotter. I'd like to see him over that longer trip.
We'll wait till he strikes a Class 5, 2,200 metres on a Wednesday night for Golden Fairy. Keegan DeMello rides him for Chris. So, replay number 2 is the grey Reliable Prophet. He figures in a race from last season with Keen Unity. They run 3rd and 4th respectively. He has placed 2 from 4. Course and distance has Reliable Prophet.
And he's been running well, particularly towards the back end of last season. He's drawn nicely in barrier 5. I think he'll get a good economical run just in behind the pace. He's got Hugh Bowman aboard as well. So, look, I'm going to include him. And, of course, Danny Shim's stable started pretty well. So, look, he's going to go in for me, Reliable Prophet. He's yet to win here in Hong Kong from his 12 starts, but he's not too far away.
It's Go, who broke through at Sha Tin on the weekend, beating him home by 1 length. To the trials now, we've got 3 of them to look at in this trial. It is Yeah Boy who finds the line strongly. Precision Goal 6th. He went back, but as we saw on the speed map and most race nights, he goes forward. And Ninja Derby's a last winner. He drops off in this trial. Yeah,
look, I prefer him over longer as well, Ninja Derby. As you say, Yeah Boy finished off strongly. That's why I thought they just might go back with him in this one. Precision Goal over the 1650 does like to lead. Now, this trial was over 1,200 metres on the dirt, but it was just more of a maintenance trial. But both horses, as you can see there, had a really decent hit out.
They did indeed. Now, a horse we know very, very well is this Old Boy, Right Honourable. Mark Newnham trains 2 trials. Ben Thompson, barrier number 2. Just loves a Wednesday night round the valley. Has he got another one in him still?
I reckon he has as a 10-year-old. Look, I don't think this is an overly strong race. He trialled really nicely here. He didn't look too bad at the back end of last season. He's a 7-time winner here in Hong Kong, so he's drawn well in barrier number 2. I expect a good run from him, and look, I'm going to go with Right Honourable. Give the old Dad's Army a chance to win in the last. And that was the last season of racing.
He will indeed be forced into retirement after this season. So that was a 1,600 metre trial too, and the horse he finished alongside was Kaying Generation.
Yeah, he goes all right, doesn't he?
He does.
Yeah, so look, I'll go with him, Right Honourable. We'll go with the Old Boy here, the 10-year-old on top. Now, Chorus Unicorn goes in there for 2nd. He'll get back. He'll be running on. He's been downgraded, so coming into Class 5 I think is ideal for him. Reliable Prophet and Invincible Missile is another really well-rated horse, and he's won twice fresh up in the past, but another one getting towards the veteran stage. So going with the Old Boys here, 8, 1, 5 and 3.
The Old Boy with the Old Boy, Right Honourable to win race number 4. And on to race number 5 preview now. The barrier's positioned at the 1,000 metres for this one, with Mark Comet at the top, having cheek pieces on for the first time. Ace Power cheek pieces off, Blinkers first time. Sergeant Pepper's a 3-time course and distance winner. Yi Chong Spirit, he's had everything. Was scratched on the 4th of January with a blood abnormality and then had arthroscopic knee surgery on the 1st of March. He's had 1 trial since then. Hood and crossover noseband go on him. Mr. Valiant wears cheek pieces for the first time. And Happy Horse has speed, but his best form is down in Class 5, Paul, and he's going to land on the pace in Class 4, though.
Yeah, he likes to go forward and lead. He's a real speed merchant, this Happy Horse. Speed Diamond's gone well fresh in the past. He should be able to get a nice run in behind. Sergeant Pepper's trial well. Now, Fortune Warrior's a query because Zach Burton aboard, but drawing the outside gate, barrier 12, he's just going to have to really work hard, I think, with all that pace underneath him. Less is more, should get a nice run. Mark Comet's drawn a bit wide. He'll need to find some cover. Fung led at his last start, but he's back to 1,000 here. Circuit 7, he used to lead on his air, but then he's been going back recently, and Super 60 might have to go all the way to the back.
He might indeed, Super 60, as we start with an interview, and it is Jamie Richards talking Mark Comet with Nick.
Jamie Richards, Mark Comet, a runner for you on Wednesday night in race 5. He's got to shoulder the top weight, but he's probably earned it on some of those defeats close up.
Yeah, he's a horse that just took a little while to acclimatise, but when he got down into 4 and 1,000 metres around the valley, seemed to find a bit of a home there. He ran well towards the end of last season without winning one, but he's had a good off-season. He's had a jump out in a trial, and looking forward to seeing how he goes tomorrow night.
You sent him up to Chung Fa for that trial. He ran 2nd in it. He looked pretty good.
Yeah, he jumped and showed good pace, and he's obviously beaten by a horse that he's not going to run into in a Class 4 race. So he seems to be going well. It would have been a bit easier if he had drawn a softer gate, but he'll be going forward, and hopefully he can get in and find a nice spot. And if he does that, hopefully he can be in the finish.
The pacifiers came off last time for a good run, only beating a neck. Now the cheek pieces are going on.
Yeah, Karras just felt as though there was maybe a little bit more to offer last time, and he suggested we put them on. So He wore them in his trial the other day, and he wanted to run along a bit, but 1,000 metres around the valley, I don't think he should be over racing too much.
I imagine there might well have been a slight eye roll when you saw barrier number 10, but that said, I mean, looking at the race, with all due respect to the others, I mean, yours probably does have the form to win it and might well be the one to beat if he can overcome that draw.
Yeah, I hope so. There's a little bit of pace drawn around him as well. Pierre's horse is out there with Zach on him, so yeah, if he can get the first half of the race right and have a little bit of luck, there's no reason that he can't be in the thick of the finish.
That is Jamie Richards. Paul, as we tick across now to some trial form around Fung, who was actually 3 wide the entire way in this trial and sticks on okay. Happy Horse fades. Mr. Valiant's one first up in the past, and Less is More is the last of the quartet we focus on turning for home.
Yeah, I quite like Less is More in this race. His 1,000 metre run last season at the back end was really good. Mr. Valiant's only won 1, and that was fresh up in a fresh state for David Hall. So I wouldn't be surprised if he runs a bit of a race at a bit of a price as well. Fung, before Fung got here, he raced on the synthetic overseas and won a trial really impressively by 5 or 6 lengths. So I just wonder if they'll keep him on the all-weather. I'd rather see him on the all-weather rather than on the Happy Valley turf.
That is that 4. Off to Chung Fa we go, and a turf trial here, Paul, and this is Circuit 7 who wins this trial. As you said, he used to be blistering out of the gates, then he was getting it wrong a couple of times, then he jumped better again, he sat up outside the speed and just ran away and hit here.
A really good trial, but the thing is, he can be a little bit hit or miss, Circuit 7. He's been quite a consistent horse here in Hong Kong, but from barrier 8, just looks a little bit awkward for me. I just think he'll have to probably go back. Now, he's gone back or sat just behind the pace in the past and won at big price before, so he's more than capable.
And one more to have a look at will be the trial of Sergeant Pepper, who isn't pushed along at all on the outside rail here. Races well first up, he's yet to win, but has placed 2 from 3 in a first up condition.
Sure, you'll be all over this. There's your Omen tip with that moustache of yours, but you can see Sergeant Pepper finishing off this race, this trial really nicely here. He was held together really well. Now, he's had 3 goes fresh. He's been placed a couple of times, Sergeant Pepper, but I'm happy just to watch him in this.
All right, so you're going to leave the lonely hearts out on Sergeant.
Exactly. So he doesn't quite make it, does Sergeant Pepper, but less is more. We always say less is more, and going to put him on top. I liked his run at the back end of last season. He's only had the limited starts here in Hong Kong. The trial was good. Sweet Diamond, now he's drawn well, and he's going to sit just in behind the pace. He's drawn barrier number 1. He's won fresh in the past. Did look good last season, won a couple towards the back end as well. Happy Horse goes in there for 3rd. Just because he's going to be out in front and he'll be out of trouble, Little Happy Horse. Another one that does go well fresh. And Mr. Valiant in there for 4th, who should spice up exotics. 5, 7, 12, 8.
Race 5, number 5 for Paul, with Andrea Atzeni riding to victory for Frankie Law. The trophy race is race number 6. It is the Community Chest Cup, and it's over the distance of 1,650 metres. Red Majesty's a 9 times course and distance winner. Viva Hunter gets a £7 claim. Double win race wide his last 2, and his last start was excellent. Dragon Star has the blinkers off. Super Baby likes to go forward. Little Fairy is a last start winner, but races better in Class 5 than he does Class 4, and down the bottom, Casa Papa has placed first up in the past as well. Dragon Star, the leader here. Poor old double win might have to do it tough again, but he showed last time he can.
I reckon he'll get across. That's the thing for him, because Dragon Star likes to take off. We've seen him lead by big margins in the past, so I think he'll be able to cross Super Baby eventually, but as you say, he might just have to work a little bit in the early stages. Beaver Hunter should get a nice run with that claim from an inside draw. Foremost Teddy sat on the pace before. Red Majesty, now he's another horse that we used to see lead all the time. 9-time winner, but he should get a nice run against the rail. Back to Atomic Beauty. D-Star's well rated now, and Casa Papa's a long-standing mate.
Viva Hunter, he's been one of your horses at times throughout his career. He comes here from barrier number 2 on the back of 2 trials, and this one he's victorious over Super Infinity.
Yeah, look, I think he'll get his opportunity once again. I've just got him in on a minor line, Viva Hunter, but he's quite well rated, and he's going to get a lovely run just in behind them. So of these ones, he's the one I'll take out, along with D-Star though, because D-Star, look, he can pop up and and surprise at times at big prices, and he's a really well-rated horse now, and you can see him finishing off this trial nice and easily as well. So I expect a good run from both those two.
We'll keep them safe as far as the selections go. Here is Double Win, who ran third at the Chung Fa trials behind Super Legends. He was beaten 3.5. He has placed first up in the past. He can't draw a gate. That's going against him, though.
Yeah, look, it's his third go over the 1650, and he's run really well on both the other two occasions. He's by Burgundy, so the 1650 really suits him. I thought he was going really easily at the end of this trial. You can see that the first two were being pushed out a little bit, particularly the second one, in fact. But the third one there, which is out, the one we're focusing on, Double Win, just cruised to the line. I thought it was a good trial.
It was indeed a very good trial out of the Benno Jung stable is Double Win. We know this horse, Red Majesty, now. He had one of the apprentice riders on this morning, so would have had no weight on his back. He'll get Zach Purton on board with 135 pounds. But he's honest and he does race pretty well in Class 4.
And he's placed fresh in the past too. He's, as you say, with Zach Purton aboard, he's going to get one of the best runs in the race from barrier number 1. So, look, I want to include him. I think he'll run well, and it's no mean feat to win 9 races here in Hong Kong. And he did accelerate quite nicely towards the end of this race as well. So, yeah, he's going to go in.
He did. That's Wonder Kid that won the race too, and he's way up in the higher grades than what Red Majesty currently is.
Yep, I'm going to go with Double Win. I do like Double Win in this race. I think he can get across. That'll be the key. You'll know your fate, I think, after the first couple of 100 metres, but I think he can win. Red Majesty in there for second. The well-rated D-Star for third, and Viva Hunt, who comes in with the apprentice claim at an inside barrier draw. 5-1-7-3.
That is race number 6, and with just the 8 races, race number 6 is the first leg of the late treble. First of the Class 3 races is race number 7, and it is over the 1,650 metres. Hemron crossover noseband goes on, tongue tie goes off. Laviro has been a top 2 finisher, 5 from 7 over the 1,650. Helene Warrior carries an extra 6th than what he did when he won 2 starts ago. Samarkand, he won 4 last season. Comet Splendido comes back up in grade. We've got Satanta going from the 1,400 to the 1,650. ICANN races well this distance, but has a better record in Class 4, and he's also eligible for the top of Class 4 as ICANN. Yeah,
he is. Look, he's going to just struggle, I think, get across from his wide draw, but look, he might eventually be able to get across. Depends what Samarkand wants to do, whether Karastine will allow him to cross him or not. Lavero has drawn the inside. He should lead. He likes to go forward and stick to the rail there. Galvanic, he's got a bit of early pace. Hemron won fresh up last season. Helene Warriors trialled well recently. Glorious Journey, back to Romantic Lao. Satanta is another one who's goes well fresh, and I think the other two will go back as well.
We kick it off with Nick joining us to talk to Derek Long, Romantic Lao.
Derek Lung, Romantic Lao, one of your rides on Wednesday. Just a small book for you, but a pretty select-looking one. This horse finished last season in very good form. You must be looking forward to getting back on board.
Yes, the horse keeps form pretty well. I have one try at Chung Fa. The try is a bit short for him, so didn't show much. And yeah, compared after that trial, it's been a bit improved. And tomorrow we don't have a good draw, but just try to go smooth on him and try to get to finish.
Derek, you're the right man to ask about this horse's form because you didn't ride him last time. The horse you actually rode was Flamingo Trillion, who beat him. So you sort of got the best of both worlds, being able to ride him and this guy. How strong is that form? Because Flamingo Trillion's a good horse.
Yes, well, I'm very lucky I can get back on him. Thank you for the support. And the horse been on form for some time, and he's very honest, and he just keep fighting.
He's coming back in trip, Derek, as well. I know this is his first run of the season, so 18 last time out. Is 1650 his best trip?
Well, I think he can. I think 1650 is no problem for him, and just only first start up, so I think it's quite good for him.
I mean, another positive would be that he has won first up in the past as well, so that's obviously quite pleasing to know.
Yes, well, he only have a small break during the off season, so he won't lose his form too much. So after one try, he slightly improved. He was getting better and better, but I'm sure he still went good.
He's £10 higher than his last win, Derek. I mean, obviously, for his consistency, the handicapper has to continue to sort of edge him up a little bit. Do you think there's a bit more still to come from him, even though he is a bit higher now than his last win?
Yeah, well, in the beginning season, it's not very important. Just depends on the fitness.
Does indeed. What about your fitness? You're looking forward to getting back into the swing of things. Obviously, we've had the one meeting already at Sha Tin, but I imagine you've been looking forward to the new season. Everything's been good in the off-season for you?
Yes, well, I'm looking forward for the new season. I only have 2 seconds last Sunday. Try to get back to the winning circle. Just keep going.
There is Derek Lung. This, Paul, is Comet Splendido, who's going to appear here from well back in the field. Now, they did fly along in the middle stages of this race, and Comet Splendido, he sat back, Zach, and just waited for it to unfold and swept down the outside to score. However, this was his second win in a row.
Yeah, look, he did win 2. There was a bit of rain around as well, and Zach was sort of giggling to himself down the back there, and the horse just came down the outside and a blanket finish, won really nicely, but he did win with plenty in hand there, as you can see. So a nice win from him. I think he might have had his win at the back end of last season, so happy to watch him fresh up here on Wednesday night.
I can, getting a tough run on the speed map. He's outside the leader, turning for home here. Another one, a bit like Comet Splendido, the faster they go, the better it would suit him. Yeah,
exactly, and you can just see him finishing off nicely. Satanta down the outside was a good run. He's a horse that's won fresh before. It was a while ago now with Satanta, a few seasons ago, when he was with a different stable. But look, he's been in good form at the back end of last season, and both these two went clear. But look, I just thought they had the race run to suit there on that occasion.
Okay, so we move on to our next replay, and this is Lavero at the trials running third. This is a quality trial, this one. Beauty Waves and Bottom Up together, both in this, and Lavero just buried down on the inside, back to his favourite course and distance.
Yeah, look, and he's drawn 1, Lavero, and he's just going to get he's going to get to the front. I think Angus Chung can rate him well in front. He's going to be tough to beat, I thought, and he might be a decent price here on Wednesday night. You can see him finishing off this trial really nicely. And Glorious Journey, I don't mind him either, and he's another one that could be a bit of a price as well. And his win last season was good, and at the back end of the season he did catch the eye, finishing off strongly as well.
Both of them getting good reports. A Lane Warrior trial winner, that's Team Happy, who runs on Sunday too. He's inside. Those purple colours, he was a winner course and distance 2 back, and then he ran 5th last time behind Chain of Gold. What did you make of the trial?
Yeah, I thought the trial was fine. He did what he had to do. He was a beaten 2.3 favourite last time. Just a one-time winner from his 6 starts, but has been quite consistent, pushed out. Again, Danny Shim's horses are very forward. Hugh Bowman aboard. So, look, he's hard to leave out, so I've included him as well.
He is in, but you sounded like you were pretty keen on Lavero of all those replays we just saw.
Yeah, I do like him. I think the son of Lord Kanaloa can get a perfect run from barrier number 1, and as such, he'll get his opportunity for sure. And he can be a hard horse to get past at times. So he's on top. Glorious Journey, Helene Warrior. And one we haven't talked about is the 1, Hamron. Did win fresh up last season. That's his only win. Oh, no, he's had 2 wins now in Hong Kong. But from barrier 2, he'll get his opportunity. I think this is the right time to catch Hamron. 3-9-4-1.
Paul up the Gus in race number 7 with Angus Chung to ride Lavero to victory, the on-top selection. Last race is race number 8 on Wednesday night, and it's good field here. Class 3 over the 1200 metres with Reward Smile, a first up winner in the past. Sugar jumps up from the 1000, which he will like. Never Too Soon races well first up. Lucky Archangel has won 7 course and distance. Super Joy and Fun has the tongue tie going on. Kaying Cheer has the visor off, and King Excellente, he came in as a standby starter and raced on Sunday, Paul.
Charge of the Light Brigade here with a lot of horses that like to go forward. One for All has drawn the widest of the lot. Kaying Cheer, Happy Fat Cat, Super Joy and Fun, Mega Bonus, Lucky Archangel, and even Golden Empire to a degree likes to go forward. So it's going to be running at pace, this race, no doubt whatsoever. It's just whether One for All can get across, and if they do open up, then maybe he'll be able to slot in there somewhere. It could be set up for something towards the back.
Well, Jerry Chow is our first starting point here. He spoke to Nick Ree, Super Joy and Fun.
Jerry Chow, Super Joy and Fun is a horse that you know really well. He's making his seasonal reappearance at Happy Valley. Just on the balance of his first season here in Hong Kong, he did a pretty good job, didn't he?
Yeah, this season I feel like he's getting more mature, and trial very good the other day in the Sha-Tin Straight, and I'm really happy with his form now, and he got a nice draw. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you about that trial because it was the trial under lights, wasn't it? And he sort of, as you say, he came down the straight, but he looked to do it very comfortably. How do you feel he has matured since last season? What signs is he showing you?
He's standing the gate more quiet, and he's jump good, and he's so speed. And after that, he getting settled. And when I asked him to go, he give me more. The first trial of the fitness, he can give me too much, but I think after trial he can improve.
And Jerry, he's always looked like a horse that's sort of going to be a better 4-year-old, maybe even a 5-year-old. Would that be true?
I'm not sure, but he's definitely getting better this season. Yeah.
Having a look at his form, I mean, his last run last season, he was just caught for third on the line behind Packing Hermon. So the form's pretty good with this guy.
Yeah, he's got a good heart, and every race he try to fight. So that's why he always be in front, and hope he can be more settled and follow the pace. It will be better.
And just tell me about the tongue tie, because obviously you work closely with this horse and the Benno Young stable. He's got the tongue tie on. Just tell me how that decision came.
It came for Benno, and sometimes he will try to play with the bit, and maybe it will fix him.
That is Jerry Chow on Super Joy and Fun. Righteous Arian, Paul, the speed map you said might set it up for something at the back. Is he the one?
He is the one for me. Look, he's at an all-time high rating, but the horse does run really well. Righteous Arian. He needs luck, and he needs the race to be run at a certain pace. And I think this is the race it is going to be run at that pace that will all suit Righteous Arian. He's got a really good turn of foot. Look, close your eyes as they turn for home, because he'll probably be last, but you'll see him flying home down the outside, and hopefully he can get up.
It's a senior rider on this week too, with an extra £6 from that second. Now we move on to some trials, and Ka Ying Chi, he does race well first up, as does Reward Smile, who's won first up in the past. Is it the amount of pressure that Ka Ying Chi is going to get is the concern?
A little bit. Look, I still think he's going to run well. There's no question. He's got Zach Purden aboard, does go well fresh, and you'd be surprised if he's not in the placings, Ka Ying Chi, because he's quite an honest horse. And saying that, as you said, there is lots of pressure in this race as well. I prefer him over Reward Smile. We'll see how he goes, but he did what he had to do in this trial. He hit the line nicely enough.
That's amazing run, running third in that trial. And of course, he was a winner on Sunday. One for all. Another one of the Mark Newnham runners stepping out on Wednesday night. He's had the two trials. The first he ran third behind Viva Chaleur. Not really pushed along, and then he was under a good hold to beat Star Mac in this one.
Yeah, nice trial from him. The draw is the big question mark. He's got so much pace underneath him, so I worry a little bit about all that pace underneath with One for All. But look, he's a horse that has been going pretty well. He's a multiple winner. It's just the pace in the race.
And his record in Class 3 is not as strong as what it is in Class 4, but Righteous Arian sits back and bang.
Well, that's the plan. So let's hopefully that's how it works out with Righteous Arian. He should be a double-figure price in this race, because there's plenty of other chances in it. But we'll go each way on him on top. Sugar should sit just off the pace, and he looks quite attractive now with that apprentice claim. Super Joy and Fun will be tough to beat on the back of his last start, and we did see talk to Jerry Chow there, and Ka Ying Chi, another one will be right there. Good race to finish. We'll go for value. 9, 2, 8 and 10.
That is the end of the race by race preview for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. 8 races, a 7:10 start, and the first meeting of the season is on the A course.